It's time to punish some crimes. It's time for Sherlock Holmes. Oh yeah, the music's super loud. I always forget this. I swear I've played this a bunch of times, and I forget it every single time, so I'm just gonna hit continue. Oh god, the mouse. It's so slow. Hi, welcome to Sherlock Holmes. I've just skipped past the opening. Sorry, you're not gonna have any music for the next few minutes, because it gets very loud very quickly. It's been a while since we played this game. I don't know why. I think I was putting it off because I was feeling like I wouldn't have the energy to commit to the game, and then subsequently found other games to play. So we're back. We're going to play some more of Crimes and Punishments. We're going to try and get through an entire case, because that's kind of how I like to do it. We do one case at a time, one case per stream. Therefore, I don't have to try and remember all the stuff for the next time we play. If you are new and this is your first time watching, again, I'm so sorry there's no audio, it's no music, it sounds really weird, but hello, my name is Lara. I am a puzzle / detective / indie streamer. Oh yeah, Danny, you're so new, you're super new. I like to play indie games, but I also love to play puzzle and detective games, and just basically anything that catches my eye. But those are my three main criteria, my two main things. I've had a full day at work, I'm pretty sleepy, and we'll try and get through this quickly. I feel like you don't really need to know anything major that's passed over from the other cases. I think we kind of know everything, and there are content warnings for this game available in the description or in the chat if you're watching live, because of various things. I think, let me see, can I get out of this game? Can I tab out? I can. Graphic imagery, violence, murder, suicide, and drug abuse are all themes that come up, so so yeah, if any of those are things that you might need to step aside, away from, totally fine to do so. I'm just going to get into it now because I've been talking for too long. And I need some coffee.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, gross, dude.
Hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
Is this a dream?
Holmes.
Oh, they're bees?
Where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you.
Why do you sound like an AI?
I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Oh, the dog's gonna be okay with all those bees. To Kew Gardens. Let's go. Let's get in our carriage and go. Yeah, like I said, I've been at work most of the day, so I'm pretty shattered. I'm still gonna have fun. We're still gonna play a fun game. We're gonna have some cozy, hence the cozy time. We have cozy, hot coffee. Sounds like your Luke voice coming out there for a sec. No, see, that was the other option. We were maybe gonna play Leighton tonight, but I do not have the brain for Leighton. Whereas this, I feel like I don't need quite as much brain. I kind of just need to, like, let Sherlock go about his stuff, and I'll sort of be there and exist and maybe help a little bit. This journey's taken a while, considering we're not actually leaving London. There we go. That one took a while. You want to show off your outfit? My outfit's pretty boring, but if you want me to, I know that's how you normally do things. Braining is exhausting. You are not wrong. This just looks like my house.
Here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens.
Not my house, his house.
There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants? plants?
Yes, of course.
Do you not remember? Okay, was it the last one where the last case where we got to play a dog? Please bear with me. It has been months since we last played this for me. Well, you remember we got to play a dog and we ran outside and, like, followed the trail? I think that was the last case that we did. That house, like, looked exactly like this house. Not from here, but when we had that shot, it looked like the same house. Anyway. I'm just lumping it together because it's a nice house. They might be reusing stuff.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time.
Oh, he looks very tired.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Evil?
How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
Definitely Albert.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Miss White in the ballroom with the candelabra.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
I shouldn't laugh, I'm sorry.
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The 2 of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh my god!
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house?
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
Well, that obviously can't be a coincidence. There's no way. Alright, 1 second, vote. Apologies. Joe had to get his charger, so I was letting him in. Anyway. So. Oh god. I turned the I don't know if I've done something to my mouse since. I turned the mouse sensitivity super low. But now it feels like it. There we go. I felt like it was way too low.
Do not touch.
There's nothing on it. Ooh, love that.
Here is a
Very
list of
easy
the
to read.
stolen plants.
Okay, that was useful. Wait, they sold all the plants in the exhibit? Didn't even leave one?
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Ah, yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
Hold on a minute, is that not... Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It is! That's the Lovecraft one! Interesting reference.
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead. Soil. It should have come from a flower pot.
I love the texture that's definitely
The
lining up.
soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground.
Somebody climb it?
Blood.
Blood. Blood?
The traces are thinner in some places. These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
So somebody was found dead in here, but didn't necessarily die in here.
The door was smashed at shoulder height.
Okay, so we barged in.
This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
Yeah. Right, so somebody barged in. Maybe the person who stole the plants, but also maybe the murderer or his dad?
The esconsson was breached near the handle.
The
door was forced from the inside of the Colonial Collection Room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection Room.
Thanks, game. In case it wasn't obvious enough.
Very strange. Half of the Colonial Collection is absent. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building. These windows were perfectly cleaned. This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow. A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture.
Sorry, I couldn't see if you guys could hear the music or not.
The smell is strong. It is a detergent. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned.
Oh, blood? Oh yeah, look, if it's supposed to look like that, it's so empty on that side. Figured that out. And there's blood here. Alright, well why is it telling me to do the thing? Hello? How's it going? Don't fall through the floor this time, okay? It's really weird when you do that. I don't like it one little bit.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Kind of was hoping you could tell me, I'm not gonna lie. Get out of my way. God,
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
That feels like it's an important fact that I need to remember for later. I hope you guys are all making notes, because I'm not. That's why I have you guys here, so you can make notes for me and let me know when I've missed things. We do love a good mystery here. I don't know if I meant to come this way, to be honest. I was just following the doors now. Oh, yes, I was.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Hi, I'm here to inspect your lies and find out the truths. The times. Going up the ladder. Oh, I'm not going up the ladder. Stop it. Get out of my way. Are we gonna inspect him? Yeah, let's do it. Let's inspect him. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Clean hands. Interesting.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only, for I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Okay, that's all we can ask him. Maybe we can ask him some stuff. I do like a good greenhouse. Good little botanical garden. Inexpensive glasses. Oh, okay. I thought it was saying they were expensive. Well, he definitely looks like he works, huh? Love that pixelated dirt. Unmarried. Goodness, he's got gardener's hands.
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Weird you didn't mention it.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
I mean, I guess you
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay.
Colonial Collection.
We are here. Oh, this place is huge.
Farmhouse. Dry tropics. Ventilation system.
Just in case, you know.
Seed house.
Any of them are important.
Nursery.
Cool. Okay, everyone, who do you think did it?
Locked. Locked.
I love that. So abrupt. So I keep getting, like, stuck on stuff. Like, I can't walk forward for some reason. That is a giant onion! I know it's not a giant onion before anyone comes for me.
Locked.
I'm just gonna run around then. They're gonna lock all the doors. Very nice. Honestly, I just like to sit in a botanical garden, just enjoy it. It's just so nice to be surrounded by nature. I live in a city now, so it's not as common. Like, I don't live right in the center of the city, but I still don't live far enough out of it for it to be, like...
Locked.
Look. To be, like, nice and natural. I keep getting stuck, like, after... in random places.
Locked.
Like, oh, maybe it's because of the voice line. Whenever there's a voice line, I can't move. And I'm wondering if...
There is a smell of burning.
Oh, no. Someone's burning evidence. Quick. Let's stop them. Wow. Do I get to say it? It did the whole look at this thing. No shit, Sherlock. I get to say it. Why did they burn it?
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens. A broom handle was half burned.
There's a Venus flytrap in here.
The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
They're doing it to...
A protective mask.
Were they doing it to, like... Well, destroy evidence, obviously, but...
The remains of a picture frame.
Do you think it's the missing plants that they burnt? Or... I think I found everything. Oh, no, I haven't found everything, because that would be yellow if I had.
A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire?
Yeah.
The door handle to the Colonial Collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material.
I mean, if it was, like, wood and you just wanted to get rid of it, it kind of makes sense to throw it in the fire, but otherwise, yeah, why would you throw it in the fire? Okay, have I looked at everything? Oh, I clearly missed something on this. What have I missed?
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn.
But it did not burn. There we go. There's an unhappy doggy over there. What do you think? We found a fireplace. Any comment?
What should we do next, Holmes?
What a surprise. Yeah, whenever there's any kind of, like, voice lines, I can turn the camera like this, but I can't physically move forward. It's like sidestepping, so he's keeping up with me. Yeah, okay, I get it. I go, oh, I can't even go in the water. I just wanted to wash my shoes. Fine, fair enough. What's over here? Is the ventilation system? You know what I think it could be?
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm guessing this is gonna be important.
Locked.
So unhappy every time he does that. I don't like finding locked doors. Not fun. Sorry. My coffee is not kicked in yet. I'm purposely... Oh, wait. Is this the way we came in? Oh, I don't think it is, actually. I'm purposely trying to get... I don't know why I'm trying to phrase it like this, but as far through the year as I can without having any cans of Monster. Why is the music different? Did you just initiate combat? What did you do? Watson, tell me, what did you do? Used to be a talking cactus. Let's see, I'm from...
According to this...
No, I don't care about that. I was trying to close the door. And I can't close the door while Watson's coming through it. Oh, hello. Why are these doors different colors?
Water lily greenhouse.
Locked. Good, didn't think so. Oh, okay, so this is where it all happened. But I clearly missed stuff, apparently?
Soil.
Yes, I can see that. I've already done this bit.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot.
Is it?
Fragments of
there
a
we
flower
go.
pot. It fell down here.
Right, I had to have the detective vision turned off to see that. Gotcha.
This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
A person?
Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound.
Gonna ignore what that sign says real quick. So what's everybody up to this fine evening? Ooh, my eye's starting to twitch. Oh dear. Anyway, was I saying about Monster? So, if you're relatively new here, you won't know, I was gonna say I used to drink a lot of Monster. That's not even true. That's my energy drink of choice.
The plants were here. All of them was stolen.
Congrats. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. And I've been trying this year not to have very much monster. Obviously, it's... I don't need to justify stuff. I can just talk about it. I don't need to be like, this, and this. So, yeah, I know people, not naming any names, who have, like, 4 cans or more a day of energy drinks. And that's, you know, they're doing their own thing. I'm not gonna tell them not to, except I have. But, why is it? Have I still missed something? Oh, there's a flower pot. There we go. And, but I know that once I start using them to wake me up, they, like, become less and less effective. So that I need to drink more of them. And I don't really want to start that spiral if I can help it. So I've been trying not to have it. Not to have energy drinks at all. Even when I feel like I need them at work. I just kind of have something sugary and hope that that works better. But I'm sure the time is coming, because I will end up needing it. Especially if I'm working at work, and then I come home and I work here. Well, we hang out.
This pot was broken fairly recently.
Wonder if that's the one that fell.
A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Gotta go into your mind palace. Okay, that could be correct, right? Am I trying to pick up the... Okay, that's 1. This is a bit weird. That's 2. And that's 3. That makes sense. How do I say that I'm done? 1, 2, 3. I'm not really sure. Oh, I had to just watch it through. Okay.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection room.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
Well, I mean, okay, so what we know of this man's death is that everyone's saying it's a heart attack, right? There's no reason. I guess maybe it's a bit weird that he came into this room, but there's no reason why, if he was having a heart attack, he might try and get into this locked room. Maybe it had something in it that he needed. Maybe he knew someone would be in here, so he needed help. Like, it doesn't mean he was murdered. Like, he could have just been having a heart attack anyway and was trying to get through the door. Like, you can still move when you're having a heart attack. Okay, what do we have? Dunn was trapped in the Colonial Collection room. He forced the door and died in the War Lily house. Okay, you know, that could be a theory. A game theory. Perform an autopsy on Montague Dunn. Less suspicious. Why had he forced the door of the Colonial Collection room? Why had something cleared and emptied the room? Was it a trap or a simple accident? Oh, I was about to do perform an autopsy, I think. I think I have to go back in there. Oh god, wait, am I performing the autopsy? I don't feel like I'm trained. Like, fair enough, Watson is a doctor, but like I don't feel like I'm medically trained to do an autopsy. I feel like that's a whole other level. Also love the scrolling textures that we go past the streets of London.
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy, then.
Oh god, please don't tell me I have to do the autopsy. I mean, I know where the morgue is.
Locked.
No, it's not. It's down here. I got the wrong door. Dum 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 dum. Hello, I'm here to...
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
We are doing the autopsy. I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. He died 2 days ago. Why did they not do the autopsy yet? Or I guess maybe they thought they didn't have to? I guess it's probably not standard to do an autopsy, right? That's only if something suspicious has happened. I don't know, okay? I don't know how these things work.
No redness, stings, or bruises.
So there was no bees in the room.
There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination, so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Yep, he's got a face.
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse.
His eyes wouldn't be that bright. His eyes would have glazed over by now.
The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
Oh, they shouldn't. He's dead.
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
Sorry, the air from the lungs? He's not breathing. What is going on?
Nothing suspicious here.
This dude's still
Now,
alive?
Let us examine the internal organs.
Oh god. Okay, here we go. How gross is this gonna look? They just laying. Wait, was that Watson? I mean, at least it's not super red. It could be worse. Oh my god.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
Holding up this heart, just like do.
The heart tissue shows.
Okay, heart's fine. Lovely bits of
The
liver.
liver is enlarged. The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs. The stomach tissues show...
I'm just skipping when he says that. What did he eat, though? Like...
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Okay. Grim.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
Ooh.
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Yuck. Grim.
My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
Oh no.
You mean...
But he would know.
Yes, it is murder.
We should inform Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
Sure.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
That's a good point.
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
Did he
We
look
should
at us?
also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
Oh, he always does.
More than a little.
Actual mad. It's just that was really like... You know, the way he did, he was like, he. Suspicious, that's what it was. Okay. I'm just gonna leave my saw and this dead body and everything just chilling out here. It's cool, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna... Oh, that's not the door I need to go out, it's this one. Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. One sec. I'm just gonna go get my blanket or something. So warm. My dressing gown has been hanging above my heater since I turned it on, and it's so warm. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, so quiet when the thing stops. Hello, I need to open all the doors. He was murdered. Maybe I shouldn't tell him. Oh my, I have so many questions now.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before. And now, all of a sudden, he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Exactly.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Suspicious.
As deputy director, how was your...
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Well, he wasn't actually, yeah.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it.
This is Londonian.
And...
He had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Very polite way of saying it.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Aw.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert.
Poor Albert.
That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Okay, we're gonna ask him about the lethal plants.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Nothing that could eat a person.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
No cow plants like in The Sims. I guess we have to go find Albert before we can Locked.
Locked.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I thought. Guess we gotta go find Albert before we can unlock all the doors. Get in all the places. Here he is. That was easy enough.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
That's fair.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
It's time to meet Miss White. In the seed house. Do I have a map of... Looks like Van Gogh a little bit in that portrait. It's there. Yeah, let's go back to the seed house. Okay. Seed house is down this way. Okay, before we do this, I am quickly gonna take a quick break. I know I keep pausing. I'm gonna take a quick break for a second because I'm falling asleep. So I'm gonna get myself some ice water and hope that wakes me up a little bit. This coffee is doing absolutely nothing. I think it's just because it was like a hot chocolate and it's made me feel cozy and warm. But I will be back in like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna put you guys on the break screen. I'll be back very soon. Okay, bye for now. Hi. Hello. So, you might be able to go back and see it, but during that dialogue with that, the Hamish, Mr. Hamish, I was genuinely falling asleep. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm awake. So, I don't even feel like that tired. I think it's just because I'm cozy. Which is a nice change because this flat is so cold. I'm actually a little bit worried because the fact that this room is warm is now making me worry about how much it's going to cost me on my electricity bill. My electricity bill is already over £100 a month. And that's before I even have the heating on. That's how much it was in the summer. I'm just going to do my lipstick and then we'll get back to it. But yeah, the coffee has done absolutely diddly squat. I mean, who knows? Maybe if I hadn't had the coffee at all, I would actually be asleep by now, but... I have a box of something called energy tablets over there, but I don't really want to have one and not be able to sleep, so we're just gonna have to we're just gonna see what happens, you know. Thanks for waiting, folks. Hello, we're back. I took a quick break. I made myself a nice icy cup of squash. And I'm hoping that it won't make me too cold, and then it will just make me a little bit more alive. So if you didn't notice, you could probably, if you're watching this later, you could probably be able to rewind and see it, but I actually drifted off a tiny bit during the last dialogue. Like, I don't feel like I'm that tired. I am sleepy, but I didn't think I was tired enough to fall asleep. I thought I was just kind of like middling, but I also don't want to have any more caffeine or anything because then I won't sleep tonight. So I'm hoping that coffee is going to kick in soon, but I'm wondering if I didn't make it strong enough and it's just not done anything, or it's keeping me at like a sleepiness rather than actually waking me up. It's just stopping me from getting any more tired. I don't know. Anyway, let's solve a murder. I swear, it's Sherlock doing all these murders, because... Is this the seed house? No, that's the nursery. Okay, hold on. I'm going back to the map. Because we only came here to... Oh, that's quite funky. I like that. We only came here to get some flowers for some bees. So we're here. The nursery's like that. So if you go past the nursery... Oh, we have to go through. Oh, that's inside. Right. That wasn't super clear that was an inside area. So we need to go this way. Go through here, go to the seeds room. And that's where Miss White should be. So we are streaming this. Hi, Raiju. Oh.
Look, Holmes. This charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
The seed house? Well, luckily my objective told me she would be there. What'd that do? What, the I've got it? Or what do? The I've got it just lets me know that you've figured out a puzzle solution without just telling me the answer. Ah, yes, yeah. It's just so you can be like, if we're doing a puzzle together, you can be like, I've got it. I want one day to have basically, like, I have this harebrained idea that I would love to make happen, and there is a way of doing it, but I'd have to do like a bunch of work and a bunch of coding, and I'd probably have to buy like a service and stuff, and it's just something that I will do maybe in the future. What I really like the idea of is next time we play it, next Layton game, if I have like down the bottom, if you know what it is, it comes up with like your name and it says like that you've said you've got it. But the way that channel points work, it can pull your username, but it's like I have to like do it in a really convoluted way, I think, from the last time I looked it up. But it wouldn't be so cute if like a little image just with like a little sign saying your name or something came up, so I knew it had like a little like line of people, of all the people who knew the answer. I just thought that would be really cute, but I don't know how on earth I'm going to ever do it. So Let's go see Miss White.
Open.
Why did he do that? Open. Yeah, I think it was Mix It Up, or there was another one that Mix It Up bought, and maybe it was Lion Board, I think, that were both had like an option to do something with it, but I had to like also use a second service, and it was this whole thing, and I was way too sleepy when I looked it up, so I don't remember. But it's kind of like how there was now I don't remember what it was, but there was a speedrunning channel, and I mean like Games Done Quick or something like that, where it's like that's the whole thing that they do, right? It's a speedrunning channel where they had like a little audience reaction thing, so if somebody like typed lol in the chat, they're like a little person in the audience would laugh. So that's where I got the inspiration from. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much for your resub, Reggie. How are you doing, by the way? It's good to have you. Thanks for hopping in. You managed to avoid the bit where I was falling asleep. Hello, I need to talk to you. Somebody's dead. Just vibing. That's good. We're here to do cozy vibes.
Good day to you, miss.
I'm really cozy right now.
Very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you too. But...
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Correct.
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
I love that. She's like, oh my god, you're the famous detective. That's so cool. Thank you. I actually forgot I had this sweater for ages. Did you ever get that? Like, it's like at the bottom of the laundry bag or hiding in the wardrobe, and you just completely forget you have it. And then I was like, you know what? That would make me very cozy. I'm pretty sure it's too big for me. Like, it doesn't look it right now, but it's like kind of gapey, and I feel like it's not very flattering. But it's fine on camera, which is good. That's what I need it for, and it's so warm, and it's lovely. And I have my heating on. Like, I have my heating on. What is going on with my life? Anyway, sorry. Let's I need to turn my camera off so you can see the text when I do this. Okay, so she's got money, maybe? Ooh. Is she allergic? Oh. Well, maybe she doesn't have money then. See, I thought we were going for allergies there. Okay, I feel like I've looked at everything. Nothing about the buttons or the belt. Don't really get... There must be something else. Ah, there we go. Unmarried? It's minus 8 degrees C here, so we had to put on heating right away. Oosh. Oh my god, that is cold. Yeah, ours is... I think we're kind of hovering around... We've been kind of hovering around like 5 degrees or less recently. But we haven't gone minus yet. Oh, it is currently 0 no? Oh, no, it's 8 degrees. Oh, wow. It's actually not that cold outside compared to other days, but it's still pretty cold. Snowed on Halloween. My god, that's wild. Today it was drizzling like all day, and I was just thinking to myself, if it was even slightly colder, this would be snow. It's like so close, but it's not. We're not there yet.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Really? I feel like that's kind of important.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
I'm so intrigued by her, like, what's going on with her. You're my favorite comfy streamer. That's so sweet, Raiji. Thank you. Well, that's what I try to be. Try to be comfy streamer, and then I play scary games and make you all jump. I'm gonna go turn off my heater because I'm very cozy, but I feel like I'm wasting all my electricity. So I do have the ability to put it on a timer, but I never have it on at the wall, and so the timer isn't at the right time. Because it's easier for me to remember to turn it off at the wall, because I can also see that from here, than to like switch it off at the top. So I need to start putting on a timer, or yell at Alice, or have a sing, or jump around like a madman and have a sing. Yep. But this is what we actually like doing. Oh, we ain't that fancy. We don't have central heating. We have storage heaters in each room in the flat. And some of them are newer than others. The one in Joe's room is really new. It has a little screen on it and it beeps and stuff. Mine is one that I can actually turn on and off, but the ones in the rest of the rooms in the flat are just... They're the kind of old storage heaters where you have to like warm up the bricks inside them the previous day before there'll be any heat. So you can't just like turn it on in this heat. You have to prepare the day before. It's awful. I hate them. I still can't work them, and I've lived in this flat for like 5 years. I still can't, actually more than that. I still can't get them to work properly. I hate it. But yeah, so I need to turn mine. I need to set the timer so that it comes on before work starts, and maybe like at the end of work, so the room is nice and warm. Or it comes on for like intermittently while I'm streaming. But I also obviously can't set it by day, so I just have to have it like turn on at the same time every day. I start work at 5:30. Well, I wake up at 5:30 to go to work at the moment. So I just have, maybe I'd have it turn on at like, 5 till 6. Doing anything fun for Christmas? I have no idea. I don't know what we're doing yet. Yeah. So you see when you know when I come on stream and I'm like, hey, I was at work this morning. I work from 7 till 4. And I have to get up, well, I get up at between 5:30 and 6, depending on how much I have to do in the morning. But usually it's like, well, it's closer to 6 usually. And then I work from 7 till 4. And then I come home, and then I do a stream from 6 till 10. But I don't do that every day. Some days I don't have work. And some days I don't have stream. But the days I have both, that's the schedule. And it's a bit much. Yeah. That's why I'm so snoozy right now. You missed... I'm just saying a chat to you. I'm not even playing the game right now. You missed a bit earlier where I actually started to drift off to sleep during a cutscene. It wasn't even boring. Like, he was giving me information I needed to listen to, but I was just like, yeah, right now, night night. But I don't even feel that sleepy. I think I'm just warm, and it's relaxing to play games like this. I like games I like detective games. I like puzzle games. I don't want to play a game where I have to shoot people in the head repeatedly. It's not fun to me. But that's why I've got myself some icy juice, so that I don't fall asleep again. Anyway, let's see what she has to say.
Would you happen to know why part of the collection was clear?
Sorry, I needed to go back to my audio. There you go.
No, I have never been there.
Alcohol? No, it's just squash. You've never been to the Colonial Collection?
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
She's a bit weird. I can't tell what her deal is.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active, and so optimistic, and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
I don't know if she's just written weird or she's actually weird. But I'm just like, okay.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
So
Thank you, Miss.
She would have been able to get in. None of the
three people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Okay. What are you doing, girl? What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? Man, I really love Victorian outfits. I actually did a whole bunch of stuff in high school when I did advanced higher art, which isn't a grade anymore, but I did advanced higher art and I did a whole bunch of stuff about Victorian clothing. I love the shapes. I just love the silhouettes and the great. I don't really know much about the actual like the way they were made. I just did a lot of stuff about the art of it. Alright, so what does that mean? Oh, that means I can do research. That means I can't remember what that means. Find a use. Search the archives. And find a use. Okay, so I feel like I could maybe try all the other doors because they're not locked now. Why does the music get so suspicious here? Okay, we're back here again. Oh, what's O? Oh, thank you! Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks for— Get out of my way, Watson! This is the colonial bit that was cleared, look. See? Like, very obviously half of it's gone. Actually, when I was falling asleep, I was like, maybe I should call it here. Maybe we should end the stream and I should just go to bed. But I was like, but then we're not going to finish the case in one sitting. I think I just need to not be as cozy. Which is usually not a problem in this freezing flat. But hey. Okay, I think we need to go back. We can go in here. As I play a game till it tuckers me out. I find that I get— oh, I love that. we don't have to animate a reflection. Wait, but surely that would be fine because we know what we look like. I don't understand that. That's wild. Anyway. Oh, I don't know the combination. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Okay. It's one of these. Okay. It's very noisy, isn't it? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's keep going with that pattern. That might be the pattern. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. So maybe— okay, so it's not quite the same. We did it. There's always the option to skip those things in this game. Like, after a few minutes, it'll go, do you want to skip it? I'm like, no! Where's the fun in that? My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I'm paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted a great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plant. This is actually reminding me of something, but I'm going to go on a massive tangent if I start talking about it, so maybe I won't. Our duty is to protect such species, and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purposes. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. So I respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permissions on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. Documents were sent to you on Monday. I'll see you in Boodles on Tuesday, as always. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You have any right to hold them in prison if they do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You're hiding behind lies. The lie we need not elaborate. That was reported in the press. Until is quite abhorrent. Be sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trust you and I regret having done so. Oh God, what's going on?
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt to Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunn. Rental of the suite at Rooms of Oxford Street. An educational scholarship at London University. Credits opened at Hamilton. At Radigan House, Taylor's and Beard and Son Luxury Jewelers. Well, can I at least close the safe?
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Like, I don't feel like I should just leave that open.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
The thing that I wanted to talk about, that I'm going to talk about anyway, is that, oh God, do you ever have a fact that you want to tell and but you can't remember enough specifics, so you just kind of end up making it really vague, and then you're like, that wasn't really an interesting fact anymore. So that's what I was about to do. There is a vault underground somewhere in the world. I want to say like Alaska or somewhere pretty cold. Where they have a collection of seeds of like most different types of food. Could be Norway. Do you know this fact? Or is this you just making a guess? Oh, okay. So like every species of potato and every like strain of anything, there is a copy of the seed in this vault. And I just think that's so cool that like it all exists somewhere tucked away basically in case something happens and we have to start again and we have to try and grow food and we lose all of our crops. That's it! Oh my gosh, you found that so quick. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. The Seed Vault safeguards duplicates of 1,214,827 seed samples from almost every country in the world, with room for millions more. Its purpose is to back up gene bank collections to secure the foundation of our future food supply. That's it! Isn't that cool? I just think that's so cool. I listened to a podcast about it not that long ago. Like, actually, this is probably quite long ago now, not thinking about it. I remember where I was when I listened to it, and I was gonna be like, that means it was recently, but it just means that I was at my job, which I still have, which I've been working at for 5 years. So it could have been any time in those 5 years. The Kew Garden teams are pleased to announce successful production of a new variety of barley, one that remains completely resistant to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning on this subject. Hold on a minute. Nope, that's not far enough away. Oh, this is Martin Hamish. So the guy in the photograph is... Hold on. Oh, I don't have the photograph here. Okay. Oh, I must have I think I left that on the... Oh, I don't have any more things to look at? Oh, there we go. I'm just taking all his letters. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom, and we wish you nothing but good luck. She definitely killed him.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Reynold Hamish. I'm wrong. It's on an island east of Iceland. Greenland. Svalbard. Yes, Svalbard rings a bell. Mr. White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Okay, none of those fit together yet. There you go! See? You do know this. It's so cool. I love just, like, having random little facts. Be like, did you know about this place? Okay. Right, I think we've got to go home and do some research in it, Watson. Don't mind me, I just took all your letters out of your house.
Locked.
No, it isn't. Oh, hello. Hold on. We found one of these in the fire.
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
Well, we know where it went, didn't we? We saw it in the fire. Not that one. The fire outside.
Locked.
I have a key.
Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Okay, so when he decides he wants to open it, but you know, when I want to open something. Oh yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Sorry, give me a second. Do we have any lines on the... Ooh. I can move them? Oh! Oh, okay. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, this was actually quite complicated. Oh no. Okay, so it doesn't look like any of those lines line up. I'm just enjoying this. Right, that lines up. Very clicky. That lines up. A lot of that lines up, actually, look. Got it. That was tricky.
Open.
Sherlock does his magic. Open. Oh. Oh, this is the part that's supposed to be private. I was told
Martin Hamish's locker.
I was told this was not to look.
A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces. Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
Is it? Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestions. Your reasons were political, and I was happy to comply. But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead and free my mind from uncertainty. Okay, so he has a motive. 100%.
Father and I. Kew Gardens.
So his father used to work here.
Albert's locker.
Yes, thank you.
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
She said that she kind of acted like she didn't know him. That's
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
But not.
A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't feel like I should be keeping these, but I guess maybe they'll be important later.
Miss White's locker.
Fancy hat.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
White. Cool whip. Dear Mother and Father, I'm writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money? Yours, Margaret. You like my fancy lady voice? It's like the one accent I can actually do because it's closest to my real voice.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Alright, so she got hella money. Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it not. Oh, that's really nice. That's really sweet of him.
It is of high quality.
Alright, so she didn't really need to kill anybody. Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all these years that have passed since you left and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at university, but you choose to do so now? We suppose you must be ashamed of us. We are not from the same high class as your new friends. I thought so. We're modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromise our reputation, as it appears you already have with your employer. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Oosh. Owie. They aren't completely dependent, though. She has lots of money. Oh, I missed something. Hold on.
Miss White's locker.
White.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
You're gonna I'll have to believe you on that, because I cannot read that in the slightest.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Do we have a swab?
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
They were going to kill someone. Poison.
Several drops of the bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
You know who that means? You know who that means, don't you? We gotta go get Toby! My favorite character.
A botany book.
A botany book?
This student's book belongs to Albert.
Yes, well, why did you say it like that? Belongs to Albert.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
Why are not all of them stoppered? That's terrible.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
I bet that's
I
gonna
don't
come in
hear
handy.
anything. I don't hear anything.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
I mean, he's not wrong. I'm pretty sure that is how some plants work.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants do respond to their environment and have a
form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Huh. Cool. Evidence required. Ooh, I bet I find a thing later.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
How rude. Okay, let's make sure we get all the clues, you know, before we go. We must detect all the clues in every room. Yeah, I think we might have them all. Anyone know what that is? Hydrogen and carbon. Okay, let's go. Just thematically. Thematically is not the right word. Just so it makes sense, we're gonna leave this way, but we can just do it from the menu. It's time to go get Toby. It's time to go get Toby. I love Toby. We're gonna take Toby with us. I love that. I love that I'm just like, I need someone to detect something. Get the dog. But before we do have to do some research. Here we go. There it is, yeah. That's what we need.
Here it is. That is not the one I need.
Sorry.
That is not the one I need.
Is it Ryla? I don't know what it is. I don't want to sound stupid. History. Does not. I don't think any of that's right. Research? Marks and symbols. Aha! Here we go.
Here it is.
Right, so that pot's
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Yeah, the Divine Syndicate. They're the people who were cross about somebody taking their plants. Huh. I still have research to do. There we go.
Here it is.
Finding all the stuff.
And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
I mean, I have read in my notes what they have, but no, we're not leaving yet, because we have to talk to the best character in the game. Take.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do.
Let's go, Toby!
Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Ooh. Ooh. Come on, Toby. Let's go. Best dog. He's such a good dog. Oh, look at him! Joe's favorite dogs are Basset Hounds. And I think he really wants us to get a Basset Hound, and I just think it would be very fitting as an internet detective that I am, as a video game detective, if I had a Basset Hound. They all have Basset Hounds, you know. Catriel Layton had a Basset Hound. Sherlock Holmes has a Basset Hound. Like, at least 2 other detectives that I've seen in video games or on TV have a Basset Hound. Just clearly the dog to have, you know? He's a hunting dog.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
I'm gonna... Oh, do I immediately...
Search,
I'm
Toby.
immediately playing
Search.
as Toby. Okay, I was gonna take a picture of Toby, but... Oh god, okay. Warning. Big woof coming. Oh, he didn't do it. Last time I had to open a door, he would go, woo! Like that. And then Sherlock came and opened the door behind him. Go, Toby, go! Good doggy. Oh, there he is.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Where is he? Oh, he's gone. Oh no, there he is. Hold on, I need to take a picture of the good boy. There we go. Right.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here.
Why?
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes.
It's definitely
a
the poison,
tiny
right?
caterpillar.
Oh.
Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
Interesting. Is it a very hungry genetic...
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
What Sherlock Holmes does you recommend to play first, as I have no idea what order they go in? So I believe up until the one that's called Chapter 1, which is the first one that I streamed. I don't know if they're all chronological, but they're all... Chapter 1 kind of like resets the timeline. If that makes sense. Like, it's supposed to be his first adventure, but it's like kind of in a different alternative path than the others. Kind of like whenever they reboot a franchise and they go, okay, we're gonna make it be the origin story of a character, but it's not necessarily gonna tie in with the previous, like, films or games or whatever. So I don't really know which order they go in story-wise, but, like, the oldest ones, you might not be able to get to run properly. I think Chapter 1's pretty good. I really enjoyed Chapter 1, so if you want to try that one first, then go for it. But I've only played this one and Chapter 1, and I haven't played any others yet, so I can't really recommend any specific order. Also, hi Danny. Welcome back. The Awakened, like the new one, I played the demo for and I didn't really like. Fun fact, I never left. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I played the demo for it and I didn't really like it, but I don't know. I feel like it's just not the vibes I was going for, but it's very different because it's supposed to be like kind of freaky and Lovecraftian and woo. I think Chapter 1, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is like a really nice game in itself. It kind of like has an overarching plot and it wraps it up fairly well. But, you know, if you watched me play it, then you might not want to just play through something you've already seen. Let's go back to Baker Street so we can put Toby back before we go off to the Divine Syndicate. I don't imagine Toby would come with us to the Divine Syndicate, but look at him! Look at the boy! Best boy. Good boy. Okay, he's gone back to his seat. Destroying evidence. Look at him, naughty boy. Analyze this liquid.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Okay.
This is the bottle that we found hidden at...
Okay, we need a pipette. Gotcha. He did say pour, not pipette. Is that really pouring? I don't know if that counts. Alright.
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Spin! Inhale! Come on, there must be a better... Okay.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Did say his breath smelled like aroma. Don't drink it. Sherlock, what is
Holmes?
wrong with you?
What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
What an
Did you ever
idiot.
see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
I love that his logic is, why would they store a poison in a bottle that was open? That's terrible logic. What is wrong with you? It's very Sherlock, though, isn't it? Let's vaporize it and poison our dog, who's in this room as well.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
Really should be using a new pipette right now. This is very not up to standard. Wait, why can't I pipette it? Why can't I pipette it? Oh! A sneaky Joe! I think he liked the video of Kobe. Why can't I pipette it? Hello! I am doing good.
Good question.
So, that was a bit of a weird interruption. It kind of did. I wasn't expecting it to be an interruption. I'm living my God's dreams. Good. Yes, exactly. Say it again. You don't have to actually say it again. I'm just good. We're doing science. Oh, there we go. Ooh, it's got red. It's because I had to put it in this one. No, I totally understand. I mean, I understand, of course.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable.
I want to turn that
and
fire
is why
off.
there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination.
That fire's stressing me out. Oh god, I've
This
just left it
mixture
running.
is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Is that all the best we get? It was probably a fertilizer? That doesn't feel like it's very... Okay, let's go back to Kew Gardens. And then we'll go to the Divine place. Aw, thanks. Yeah, we're pretty cute. He is pretty cute. I have to say that. Dostoevsky. Never read Crime and Punishment. I was trying to change the Twitch, the game on Twitch for this today, and I thought, oh, it'll be easier if I just type in Crimes and Punishment, because there's not, like, gonna be loads of games with that title. There'll just be, like, one or two. But it doesn't work like that. You have to start from the beginning of the title, so I had to do Sherlock Holmes instead. But anyway, when I typed Crime and Punishment, there's apparently a Crime and Punishment game. So, it looked like it was, like, Atari or something. Maybe not Atari, but something quite retro by this point. So, not something I could easily stream, is the point. Hi, I want to talk to you about this picture I found in the office that I totally broke into. I was given a key, to be fair, to his office, so that's fine.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew
CSI
Gardens?
games are good, though.
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Oh, this is so warm. Oh, quick time event.
I do not think so. This photograph
Doubt.
of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
Oh, he's...
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire.
Wow.
He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No,
I know, they're great glasses, right?
They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
Uh-huh.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens.
They looked at each other.
Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Right, okay, he's definitely the murderer, right? Like, unless there's something actually going on with the Divine Syndicate, he's definitely the murderer.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
No,
what a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Lie.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
Doubt.
We shall continue.
Doubt. Oh my gosh, so much going on. Okay, we haven't really made any connections. Okay. I wonder if they stole all the plants because they used one of them and they didn't want anyone to know which one it was. I think... Wait, it said I had a clue that was a dialogue thing. Ah, that's to Albert Dunn. We need to go find him. God, which room was he in? Was he in this one? I think he might have been in that one. But speaking of CSI games, since you brought it up, right, you guys know that I love tie-in. I like playing rubbish tie-in movie games. That's a whole other conversation, but we all know this, right, as a thing. So when I see something like a game that's based on a show in CEX, I'm like, I have to buy that. For those who don't know, CEX is like a second-hand gaming movie shop, right? So they have a lot of older games, games for consoles that aren't sold in like most shops, and just random stuff that people have traded in. And there was a CSI game, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna play this, that'll be a laugh. It was really good. Like, there were still obviously awkward bits, and there were bits that weren't very well written, but it had the actual cast of CSI doing all the voice acting. And the parts where you had to actually do the solving of the crimes were actually really quite good. It was such a like, this is this strangely well-made detective game. And I really enjoyed it. I could replay, to be fair, it's been enough time, I could probably replay the one that I owned. Or I could get one of the other ones and we could play it. They're actually pretty genuinely quite, well, if they're anything like the one I played, they're actually genuinely quite well made. Obviously, it's still going to be cringy and funny, and it's on the Wii, so it's kind of awkward sometimes, but they were good. Speaking of, I know I'm supposed to be talking to this guy, but I've just remembered something else that I saw online. A TikTok came across my timeline that was, there's a Desperate Housewives game. Did you know that? Did you know there was a Desperate Housewives game? I used to watch Desperate Housewives as a kid. Like, it was on the TV all the time. I distinctly remember some specific episodes of it and what happened in them. But yeah, there's apparently a Desperate Housewives game. And so I need to go and get some of these games. I need to get back into tie-in games, but also I only stream like 3 times a week now, and it's just, I am limited in the amount of time I actually get to spend in games. So I remember the show, but I'd changed channel. I don't remember why. I think it was just like, it was always on at the time of day where you would just be like watching TV, so like 6 o'clock onwards. So I just watched it because it was there. And sometimes it actually was, you know, I got invested in the stories. I won't lie. I get invested in those kind of shows if they're interesting enough to like grab me in.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
I should know that.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
Is that my liners trying to come out? Oh, hello. Sorry.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say.
Oh, he's
yes,
not mad.
that's correct.
Well, he's mad.
And in
he's
fact,
not,
my father was strongly against the idea.
he's not accusing me of anything.
He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, that's so sad. I actually didn't read the letter. I'm wondering if the letter has more. Ah. Oh, that's such a shame. His dad actually got them to deny his application. Like, he wrote into them and told them to deny it. That sucks. Remember when I was a kid, my TV only had 3 channels and I watched Law & Order every night because that's the only show my TV got. When I was quite young, I feel like we only had a few channels. And then it sort of, we got Freeview and it opened everything up. Not everything, but we got all the free channels. And, there were shows that we would watch every night. Because it was always like, I must have gone to bed at like 9, but I feel like we started watching TV at like 5, or maybe even earlier, because I got home from school at like 4. And then basically would just watch TV until I went to bed. But there were certain shows that we would watch every night, like NCIS. NCIS and CSI, those were like big ones. There's just so much. There's just so much of those shows. They're just like never ending, you know? And then all of the different CSIs. And then I found out fairly recently, like within the last few years, that there were all the different NCISs that I'd never seen, because there's like different. I know, I saw, it's so upsetting. Yeah, I used, like, NCIS was my show. And you could all guess who my favorite character was. Like, I don't need to tell you who my favorite character was in that show.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Okay.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
No. Should I go and talk to Miss White? I almost said Walter White. That's not her name. Okay, no, so that's clearly something I need to talk to the Divine Syndicate about. There's probably a room in the Botanical Gardens I haven't visited yet, but let's go to the Divine Syndicate. Let's see what they've got to say for themselves. So these guys sent an angry letter being like, you're claiming that you found this stuff, or no, you took our plants and we want them back, I think is what they were saying. And we found a pot with their insignia in the Botanical Gardens. Likely that they're pretty involved.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Oh, lovely. Look at this place. Oh, hello. Go have a wander around, you know? There's like a little cave in there. Stand inside the bell when you ring it. Oh, hello. Why have I been given the clue thing? Oh, hello. Aha!
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
I think he said almost that exact same line. Oh! Didn't mean to do that.
A fragment of a flower.
Where did it fall from? I whacked the gong. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Where's that guy meditating? Can he help us? There he is. Hey, dude. I'm gonna interrupt your meditation. Sorry. Bit rude of me.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait?
What is
From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Oh, he's talking like Yoda.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself, I am the Green Grand Mystic.
Why is he talking like Yoda?
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
What? What is happening? Tattoo. Correct. That is in fact a tattoo. Very observant, Sherlock. Oh, I didn't turn off my camera. You didn't really miss much, though.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
The gravitropism.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation.
What?
You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom.
Spermatophize?
And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Okay, sure.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation.
It used to be a thing where they thought the Chinese people talk like that. I don't know if that's a callback to that trope. It's just so weird. I've never seen it before. Is he making up words? Oh, 100%. Do you think spermatophize is a word? I mean, maybe it is, actually. It could be a word.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
Sure.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Oh, Jesus. How would I know
our
that?
God King's name
How did I know that?
Green
Did I read
Grand
the thing?
Mystic.
Oh, maybe it's in the newspaper.
Good, good. I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place.
That was easy.
Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance.
No.
From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Yeah, I don't really want to taste raw fertilizer.
We will leave you to your meditation.
I'll give you a little bow to be polite and then run away and inspect the raw sap. Hi, don't mind me. I should probably take my shoes off, right? I feel like that's the done thing. Whoop. Okay, is that the raw sap? No, that looks like a guest book. Where's this raw sap I was told about, huh? Ah, the drugs.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Wow, that was easy. I just said the name of his god and I was given drugs.
It is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
That could have been anything, and you just... Yum yum. Tasty, tasty drugs. Woohoo! Let's go! I mean, again, is very Sherlock. Also, what is this dude doing here? He doesn't look like he fits in. You gotta give it a wee taste.
You came to make a donation? Glory to Treewan!
Okay, sure thing, buddy.
This must be Treewan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
You got a lot of roots coming out of him. I'm not here to mock anybody's god. He's just got a lot of roots coming out of him. Let's go over here.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Probably shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to apparently. Right, let's get some locks done, eh? Alright, let's try and make it work with that. No, that doesn't work. Okay. That could work. Okay. That kind of lines up. What are we missing? No, that still works, though. No, there's a gap. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. I need that. But then the other pieces don't work. Ah! Did that work? Does that line up? No. Okay. Hold on. Hi, Beth! How you doing? How did the rest of the day go? Welcome into the drug den. Okay, hold on. Sorry, it's quite clicky, I know that. I had almost all of it aligned. Losing your voice? Oh no. I think maybe I had it right and now I've messed it up. Okay. It says, no, it's cocaine. Get it right. That looks like it lines up. But I've clearly... No, there's this one in the middle doesn't have anything on it. Okay, what's happening? Can I come out of this? Oh. Okay, cool. That's just to let me know that I have to start again, which is what I want anyway.
The list of plant friends and benefactors. Lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
J.G. Spencer. Oh my goodness. Joe is coughing and spluttering in the other room. Let's have a look in here before we try and break down a door, just in case we get kicked out.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Alright, fine. So... They did send a letter being like, you have our sister. I'm guessing it's one of the...
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Do you want to guess what this guy is?
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Well done, you got it right. Can I put the cage doors back? Okay, cool.
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
What? You can't just steal the... A man was killed over these plants. No, okay. Okay, no, it still thinks it says I have a connection. Okay, we have an experiment to do. But Not till I've apparently stolen a bunch of stuff. Just gonna double check, you know, just in case. Ooh. Caterpillars!
They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Yeah, that's chill. Let's just steal from these people who are definitely not murderers. And now we're gonna break into one of their rooms because, you know, we don't have any witnesses or anything. I do not understand Sherlock's logic in this game. Okay, let's try this again. Do the outmost one first. I figure it's probably this is where I'm supposed to put it. So we do the green one. We put it lined up like that. Okay. I think that's probably right. So this would have to be that? Yeah. Okay, that lines up. And now we need to make this line up. That looks right. That looks right. Yes! Get it. I did it. Uh-oh. It's a sneaky den room.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
Raiju was right.
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
You're not going to talk about the green liquid that they're distilling? Cool.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
I'm just stealing all their
Watson.
stuff.
We can begin our experiment.
It involves a lot of drug taking. Do I get to do it here? Or do I have to go back to Baker Street? I guess if I don't technically go past him...
A vast amount of opium.
If I don't go past the guy, I can't get in trouble, right? Yeah, I guess I just have to go back to Baker Street. 22121221221B. Just my pockets full of drugs. I love that. I love that. It's so I was initially like, that was so easy to get into their super secret sanctum, right? By just saying the name of the god, but it's even funnier when you know how many drugs are in there and how many important things that they're not going to want stolen. What are you up to? Is he doing Tai Chi?
This green grand mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes. What should we do next, Holmes?
Do you want to explain to me what you're doing currently? Maybe? I'm just watching in disbelief. Honestly. In the 1800s, opium was introduced to the Chinese and they've been hooked since. Ah, okay.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
So someone's clip when you said pockets full of blank, pocket full of drugs. Hey, you know what? Historical facts are interesting. Okay, I think I need to caterpillar on the plant.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Oh, that caterpillar's gone.
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Alright, so... Aha! This side. Maybe like this? Or maybe... Aha, okay. I think I know what I'm doing. So I need to put a caterpillar here. And then that'll eat it, and that'll spray those out, and it'll hit that guy. No? It didn't hit that guy? Damn, I really thought that was right.
A prickly plant.
I sit my finger in the plant. No. Well, this one.
A carnivorous plant. This is a strange and unusual plant.
I myself am strange and unusual. Poke.
No reaction.
Poke.
My...
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
Whoa, weird man. Okay. Pin is
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
Okay.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe if I poke it now? There we go.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant if I should shoot at it. Like, he was gonna get his gun. Okay. This guy. And then... caterpillar.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Thank you. I know that bit. And then caterpillar on the prickly guy. Go! We did it!
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
I wonder if he would say that if he still says that if you've already got all of the dialogue options sorted. Sorry, there's a bug in here. Okay, so we can... Do we think it's Miss White? I think it's Mr. Hamish. Oh, I hate how you... I think one of my only things I don't like about this game is that you can pick the wrong answer. And that, some people might like that, but I kind of like getting to the conclusion and then finding out I'm right and not having to like... I think it's... Okay, let me be clear. I think it's because it's not 100% clear even when you have all of the facts. Whereas if I only had half the facts, then I would kind of be like, oh, it's fair that I didn't get it right. But like, if I can't figure it out even if I've got all of the information, I'm not so happy. Or if there's guesswork, that makes me unhappy. I'm like, I don't want to have to do guesswork. I want cold, hard facts and concrete evidence. It's a detective game, for goodness sake. I don't want to have to guess. Watson agrees with me. I know he does. I love that. I love when I'm reading a book and I just put it down and then pull it back up again. That's exactly how I read. Okay. Hey, buddy. Hey, guy, hey. I don't trust you one little bit.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
I like physical books. I don't have a Kindle, I tried to get I had the Kindle app on my phone for a while, and I tried to read off of that, but I just didn't really enjoy it. I like physical books. I haven't read anything in a while, like quite a long time. I'm planning on going to the library at some point, because I do have a library card. I've listened to audiobooks recently. There you go. If they count, I've listened to audiobooks. But yeah, I'm planning to go to the library soon, and I just keep not doing it, and it's never open when I think about it.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
Were you killing him?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
To trust the florist if I hold up the books I would buy. That's fair. Also, I think he might be overwatering those plants a little bit. I don't know about you, but I don't think he needs to water them for quite this long. Yeah, I think I keep thinking of books that I want to read, and then looking to see if there's an audiobook, and there isn't, and then I just go, well, I could get the actual book from the library, and then I just never do. But I'm not one to buy books. Like, I buy recipe books. I buy cookbooks, but I don't tend to buy fictional books, because I'm very picky, and I don't want to waste my money. But I will go to the library and read stuff. I just haven't been to the library in a really long time, so... Going through all the Lion... Oh, cool, you're going through all of the Narnia. Like, all of them, or just Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe? And are you doing them in order? I've only read, like, 3 of them, I think. Or 2 of them, maybe. I specifically remember the No, not Magician's Apprentice. That's not what it's called. That's the Fantasia thing. The first one... I remember distinctly, like, 3 parts in it, because I was so confused. I also distinctly remember reading Northern Lights, the Northern Lights, when I was younger, and not really understanding any of it, but being determined to finish the book, because I was told by multiple people that I couldn't. My previous apartment, the upstairs neighbors flooded my apartment, lost... No! Oh, that's so tragic! I mean, I'm sure you also lost a bunch of other stuff, but that's so tragic with those books. I'm so sorry. Hey, buddy. You've been staring at that plant for hours. You good?
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here?
It's such a weird intonation at the end of his sentence.
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And
That's
then?
Caught it.
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, that's a very... that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to catch the fly. That's a very good point. I do like... I think if I maybe had a Kindle, rather than just doing it like on an iPad or my phone or whatever, then I might be more inclined. But I just kind of... Yeah, I prefer reading physical books. At least right now. But again, that's why I do go to the library to get them. I wouldn't buy them, because then I wouldn't run the risk of losing them all. And then if I really liked it, I'd buy it.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10.
10:10.
And then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
You know, I come from a long line of librarians. That's why I advocate for libraries. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I don't feel like we have any independent bookshops. Really. No, there's ones in, like, the city over, but, there's not ones in the city that I live in. Is this the seed garden? Yes, seed house.
Seed house.
Yes, thank you. I didn't actually need you to read that. I was trying to open the door. Hey, buddy, I'm back. I've got questions for you.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Like a cat.
Well, he came in
Still
to
didn't
say
get
good
it.
morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory.
I'm not keeping the track
After
of the
that,
times
he
they've
ran
been
out
telling
in the
me.
direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
Should I be writing down all of these times and trying to keep track of if everyone's got it correct? Because some of them are very specific.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert to Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
Very specific. Like,
I joined them as soon as I
combined
could,
their
for I
stories.
knew that something must be very wrong.
They will be in my log.
What
yeah.
exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
How does she remember that?
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Thank you, miss.
Oh!
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Oh, you sure you're right? Okay, we need to go to the laboratory first. God, where is the laboratory? I don't know where anything is in this place.
Nope.
We need to go to the laboratory because we need to find her roll. You can listen to it. Okay, let's find the map because I'm super lost. Laboratory is number 4. Number 4? Is that what that says? Or is that a 3? There.
Director's office, cloakroom, and laboratory.
Okay. We've been in the cloakroom. That's the director's office. Is this the lab? Aha, it is. Okay. I need roll 320. It's neither of those. She said it should be in the laboratory. Is it in these drawers? Aha, it's in here. Yes, there we go.
Here it is.
I thought those were like vials of something. That's why I didn't even look down there to start with.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
It's pretty cool, huh? I think it's such a cool technology.
Cylinder records.
I just wanted to see if they let me put it back. Okay, oh, we've done with that. Right, let's go back to the house. Get back to the murder scene. Oh, we haven't been in here yet. See if there's anything we can look at.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing. But it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
Well done. Good on you. World Desk.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year.
He actually just grew, like, really tall.
A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
Ow. He's pretty accomplished, this dude. Look at all these things he's got. Why is there a whimpering dog? Why can I constantly hear a whimpering dog? Okay, none of these seem important. Holmes, Watson.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
Little baby plants. Little baby boys. Alright. I think we need to go to the colonial room. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing. Ooh.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
I just want to get... Because I think you get, like, achievements if you get all of the evidence from different cases.
Locked.
Not anymore! Aha! That's the seed house. That's not where we need to go. Right, we need to go back in the dry tropics. Why that's in my head. Got to get to you. And the music's getting tense again. Hello. Right. We came here on our own for some reason. Oh, so we could do this. Oh. I mean, there's only two things. Surely that would have been the order he did them in. Yes, apparently. But why would that happen? And then he has to break down the door.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Are we putting caterpillars in the ventilation system? Is that what we're doing? Can you tell me what's going on, Watson, or are you just as lost as I am?
We need to visit the colonial collection.
Thank you. Well, that's helpful, kind of. Oh no, we're going the wrong way, aren't we? I just need to get outside again. That's all. I just need to go outside, please. I need some air. There we go. Okay. No, wait, not this outside. We need to go back this way. This is why you don't give me anything that's more complicated than a side-scrolling map. Nope, that's the nursery. Here. Watson, please. At least he doesn't teleport in this one. He seems to actually follow me around, which is a bit more realistic. Which, you know, I guess realism doesn't matter if we're playing chapter 1, though. What experiments are we doing? What, Holmes?
First of all, I need to visit the colonial collection room to see how those caterpillars dropped onto the deadly plants.
Okay, fine. I'll go back to the colonial collection room. I guess. Was it perhaps the really obvious vent that was above where the plants would have been? Maybe? That, perhaps?
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct.
Oh god.
Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
Yeah, Watson.
All right,
I'm gonna
Holmes.
stand here, right there, so I can drop caterpillars on your head. What a lovely friend I am. I hope I'm not supposed to be following the ventilation. I hope I'm supposed to be following the ventilation system. Because I'm not. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, it's not crank. Okay.
Before starting the engine, the power is on. The engine cannot. The engine has started.
I don't really understand why it made me do that.
The ventilation system is working.
Is that all I have to do here? Can I go back now? Ah. Damn. Oh, I think I was supposed to go this way. No? I'm following the pipes, you see. I'm trying to see. Right, okay. I can kind of see what's going on. Don't know why they've done it like this, though. There he is. There's the boy. There's Watson. I can't even get to him from here. Like, I can see him. Hi, buddy. You appear to not have caterpillars on your head. Okay, well, maybe they don't fall until I get into the actual room. This is such a convoluted way of doing it. Oh, got myself stuck by clicking on the name of the room again. Did I do something wrong?
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
How was I supposed to know that? Huh? Stuck. Why am I stuck? Okay, there we go. In the nursery? Is that where their space was? Is that why I was supposed to go that really awkward way? Right, okay, that is why I was supposed to go this way.
Before I activate the fan, I need to check if the interior of the Colonial Collection Room can be seen from here.
Okay.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Great. Good.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
What? What? What do you mean? What? Okay, where was Albert's workspace then? Maybe that's what it means, because that was... What's his face? Myrtle Hamish, or whatever his name was. Martin Hamish?
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Right, so it probably wasn't Miss White then. Is that going to be our whole basis?
A book about These leather gloves are new and materials for college study. This place serves as Albert's office.
There you go. Didn't know that before.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Now I just need to go see Watson's had caterpillars dropped on his head.
It worked perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Why did he have to stand there? Perfect. Why couldn't they have just watched if they dropped?
Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out. By activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
That's such an elaborate murder. Like, that feels really unnecessary. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's Hamish then, right? It must be Hamish. So he didn't really know anything about botany? Unless that was a lie. Right, what are we trying to do now? Sorry, what's our next bit? What are we meant to be doing now? Oh, I did that already.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I don't know! Why won't you tell me? I don't... The only bit of evidence is this. Sketchy. Okay, but none of this is actually helpful.
Water lily green.
Water lily? Well, we figured that out. I don't know what I'm meant to do next. Help. Chat. What am I meant to do? Do I confront them? Is that what I'm meant to do? Am I supposed to turn off the ventilation system? And it can't be Miss White because we have record that she was in the seed house, or she was in the laboratory when the murder took place, so we know it wasn't her. Don't know what I meant to do. Do I go to Scotland Yard? Is this where I meant to go? I don't know! Am I meant to make a deduction? I'm so lost.
Let's go to the evidence room, Holmes.
I was meant to come here.
A membership card for the London Crest Club.
He did like his ladies, I believe.
This watch is of great value. A beautiful feather pen of a good make.
Mr. F. Wayne, director of Wayne's & Son Printing Company. My friend, your posters for the Great Exhibition at Kew Gardens are very beautiful, but it is surely unnecessary to mention all of the staff. My name alone will be sufficient. Okay. Burn the evidence. Did Walter not come with me? Now he's just chilling by the door.
This green grand. What should we do next, Holmes?
I don't know. I can't do any more with that. Am I supposed to... Let's go back to the Divine Syndicate, maybe? Put the plants back? I feel like there was a line of dialogue that I didn't take in. And that scuppered me. Like... See if he wants to talk anymore.
Follow my path,
Yeah, okay,
and
bye.
better you will feel.
Thank you, strange Yoda man. Have I not found all the clues yet? It keeps giving me this tea. Like this is important. But I've looked at them both. Aha! Aha! I didn't see that before. Ooh, that's cute.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
They nicked it. Ooh, I might have a look at that. I've been watching more. I was really into Lucifer, the show, like earlier this year, and I've just was like, I want to watch something, and Netflix was like, do you want to keep watching the show that you watched ages ago? And I was like, oh, you know what? Yes, I do. So I started watching it again. An interesting time today clearing out an abandoned council place. Ooh. Those can be... was there a lot? Like an abandoned flat, I've heard it's not great.
Do you have friends
yes,
at
you've asked
Kew
this one
Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Kew.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
Tell us the truth
No.
now.
Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
Oh, good.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
What? How is that not... Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean... Wait, okay. So, they had 3 plants in there, in the Divine Syndicate's area, that I took, and that's what I used to figure out how he was murdered. So surely they didn't use them. No, they must have taken the deadly plants because they were in their house. So they had to have taken the deadly plants. Because why else would they be there? Right? That's obvious. Oh, hello. The Divine Syndicate planned the death of Montague Dunn. They had been involved in a dispute over the stolen plants. I don't think they killed him, though. We've still got another thing to connect. We committed theft and retaliation for what we perceived as a theft instead of finding out what actually happened. Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder Montague Dunn at a later date. Someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine Syndicate were able to do so. But I found it in their house. How does that make any sense? Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate plants and stimulate them from his workplace directly after he had locked Montague Dunn inside the tunnel. I think it's him. I think it was him.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Sure thing, buddy boy. I can't actually save at this point. So we're just gonna have to go and hope that we got the right answer. Oh, I hope we did it right. I hate getting the wrong answer in this game. You can redo it. It lets you redo it if you did it wrong. But I want to try and get it right the first time. But I think it was him. Because they just stole back their plants. They didn't seem to have any kind of like, oh, we should have killed him. I went to the circus and had to completely gut the place. Fair.
Locked.
Hello, Lestrade. I need to talk to you.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
This makes me suspicious now. This is making me suspicious because I didn't pick an ending. Like, normally you pick whether you want to, like, let them go free. So I think something's up here. I think I might have messed up. I knew it, which is my way of saying thanks for doing all the legwork, Holmes. I could work on a completely separate case while you were doing that. Thanks for solving it for me. Cheerio. Gosh, this is taking a while to load. Oh, I actually can't look out that window. That makes me, like, get motion sickness if I look out the window in the game. Ooh, that's awful.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Is he dead? Did he die? Oh, he's arrested, but... Yeah, my dice isn't up there. I'm sorry, I can't roll for initiative. I don't know where my dice is. I mean, I have plenty of other dice up there, but I can't get them down right now. Alright, okay, off we go. This is the large glass house, right? No, it's not. Move. Incidentally, something really interesting. Grace Ace Attorney Chronicles happen to feature certain great detectives rather prominently.
Nursery.
No? Okay. Still the wrong building. Maybe that was the right building. Okay, I'm gonna go back through there. I think I'm just being a dum-dum. Because they called one of the buildings... Yeah, no, it must be this way. Because he said he would be in the... something. Like the began with an R, word he used. And then he said that's the building in front of the large greenhouse. And he's been in here this whole time. So I figured that this couldn't be... But maybe this is what he meant by in front of. It's in here.
Holmes, my God!
Yes. We found him like that.
That's why he said no need to
Our
hurry.
messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Would he have died if we turned the reserve? That's the word. That's the word. The reserve. If we turned it off, would he have still done that?
The mark around the neck is very visible.
Ow.
He died instantly.
I thought it's gone to sleep. Life is becoming a living hell. I find it unbearable. Don deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so here and now. That doesn't immediately make me suspicious.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Is it? Is it? What? Oh. Okay. So he couldn't have run between the door and the ventilation system in time.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why do you say
Why?
that?
Because
What do you
of
know?
Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
This is a bit of a stretch.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me,
Music's
Mr.
playing
Holmes.
outside.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
Yes, good.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
That's another game.
Precisely.
That's the game I tried to play before this one, but
the
it
map
wouldn't
at the
run.
entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
I have the Sherlock Holmes and Jack the
Let us
Ripper, I think.
analyze the facts and statements so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Okay, this is fun. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, what I was saying was I have the Sherlock Holmes and Jack the Ripper, and I tried to get it to run, but it's just too old, and it wouldn't capture properly. Like, I could get the game running, but the capture just would not pick it up regardless of what I did, even if I just captured my screen. So I decided to play this one instead, but maybe one day I'll try again. Okay. I don't want to skip it. It always gives me the option to skip it. Just let me play the game. Albert meets Montague, Dunn, and Martin Hamish. Montague, Dunn, and Hamish go out into the backyard. Okay, it's about 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. Oh, it's the color. Sorry, I got the... Yeah. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommended his inspection and entered the dry tropics room. Hamish returned to the seed house. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. when Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40, when she saw Hamish and Albert in the Waterloo greenhouse and joined them there. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he observed that Montague Dunn was unwell, which was around 10:30. Oh no, hold on. Albert was in the seed house the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning from visiting Miss White at 10 minutes past 10. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he... Do you think that's right? I wonder if someone either helped Hamish or found him. Okay, that's quite fun. Right.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time.
However,
Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time. Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Fine, yeah, okay. We should join Lestrade, it said. Yeah. Maybe it's all three of them. Said we needed to join Lestrade in something, and I didn't see where it said. Was it the Water Lily room? Oh no, he's here.
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
Oh, okay, I guess I'm not finding him there. I guess I'm doing some of this. Martin, Hamish, and Albert are not accomplices. It's unlikely that Albert would have had the opportunity, and 10 minutes would not have been enough to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Albert was Martin Hamish's apprentice. 10 minutes would have been enough for him to follow Montague Dunn and lock the door, in order that Martin might activate the ventilation system. Miss White had 20 minutes. It would have been enough time to trap Montague Dunn. She could have locked the door and alerted Martin Hamish to activate the ventilation system. Martin Hamish and Miss White are not accomplices. It is unlikely that White would have had the opportunity, and 20 minutes would not have been enough time. I mean, do I just guess at this point? Like, it feels like 20 minutes would have been enough time, but so would have 10? It's not actually that far away? Am I just supposed to pick one? I feel like they both had motivations. She could have left now and gone around and locked it there. Yeah.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned in... Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the... Miss White was last seen...
Maybe it's her. Maybe I just picked her.
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Okay, I guess, To be honest, if it was Albert, it doesn't really make any sense because he didn't want to take over the botanical gardens, and if he killed his dad to help Hamish and to like get revenge, why would he not just go, oh, Hamish can have the botanical gardens? Because he's the only one who's actually seemed torn up about it. Everybody else was like, yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm gonna blame her, I think. Oh, or I could say Hamish did it alone. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I have the option to say he was on his own. I really don't know what to pick. Whatever I pick, if I pick it wrong, we'll come back and pick the right option. But I want to see if I can get the right one. I don't know. I feel like he might have done it alone. But he did have to turn on both ventilation filters. Unless he already had one running and he just went and turned the last one on and that was enough. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like anything. White's motivation seems the most compelling to me. Yeah, that's true. Plus, we know that she's quite cold because she didn't speak to her parents for ages until she suddenly needed money and then she talked to them. So, I think... This is what I mean by I never feel like I'm 100% sure of the answer when I pick it. Like, I have all the facts, but it's like, it could be any of them. It could have been any of them, and it doesn't feel like any of them are... Right, we're gonna go with... We'll go with Miss White, because I feel like you're right. But do we condemn her? Because she will be killed if we condemn her. She's gonna get, like, hung. She isn't just gonna go to jail. No, I don't think I'm gonna absolve her. I don't like picking, but the quicker I pick this, the more time we have to fix it if I get it wrong, so... I should have done a poll, but... I'm trying to be quick about it. I don't feel confident it's her, but I don't feel confident it was any of them. To be honest. It's gonna be like some tiny stupid detail that I missed. Why is still in here?
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication.
Oh, yeah, I do agree with that.
After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining. The deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her. Quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me.
Women!
But she is a
women, eh?
And so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Can never understand those women folk. I never understood one of them.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
Did you get it right?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
All three of them.
You don't care what I think.
Maybe all three of them did do it. Did I have that option?
To care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to
Oh
his
no,
suicide.
maybe I should have picked all three of them.
It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop!
And Sherlock died. Screw the Reichenbach fall. Oh god!
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Oh, she's gonna poison herself. She's not gonna poison Sherlock. Oh, I got it wrong.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
She's a bit weird, isn't she?
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Watson, stop her! What? Oh. I had like a millisecond to do that. Don't quick time event a woman's death at me.
Tragic, Holmes.
What?
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been fulgurating. Her heart stopped instantly, poor child.
Can I redo that, please? Actually, before I actually save her, I'm gonna check if it was right. Yay! It was right! Okay, that's good. And I found all the clues! We're gonna try and save her life this time. Okay, do we condemn her or do we let her go? I feel like we condemn her. Like, she was pretty cold. Like, it wasn't like in the previous ones where someone was murdering their abuser or anything like that. It was just kind of like, oh, he wouldn't give me money anymore, so I killed him, and then I convinced my accomplice to commit suicide. Like, it was pretty dark, like, you know. So I feel like I don't feel bad. But then again, why am I redoing this if she ends up dying either way, doesn't she? Okay. Wait, one sec. Before we do this, can I do this? No. Okay, they can't both be accomplices. I wondered if maybe they both did it. But no, they can't do that. Right. Can we skip through this cutscene this time? Oh, not yet, because we have to do a carriage ride first. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. I don't know why that's what came into my head.
But Holmes,
it is
very what?
Not
all right.
That was fun. Okay, I hope you have some good din-dins. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Mr. Head?
You'd not so
you
it you it is
over.
The other side.
Cut. Quick time event. Let's go. I'm ready this time.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
I don't think I would
Not
trust
one
him
step
walking
further.
towards me like that.
Don't try to stop me.
Looks like a zombie.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Come on, Watson. Watcha!
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Bit weird. Bit of a weird way to say it.
Did you just save me? Or worse?
We did it. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder. When she realized she was unable to make any further monetary gain from Montague Dunn, she advanced her affections to Albert, his son. She was the one who locked the door of the colonial collection room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars, and then pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide only to cover herself. She got what she deserved. Oh, I'm still got sympathizing. That's interesting. I didn't think I'd be on sympathizing anymore, but cool. Right. In that case, get it, case. We're going to stop there. There's another, obviously this is the next case. I have no idea how many cases this game has. I thought that would be the last one, but clearly not. But we'll start that one in the next stream, the next time we play, the next video. We'll play the next case next time. If you're watching this later on YouTube, because this will make it to YouTube, because I do put this one on YouTube straight away. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching the whole thing. That's quite some dedication. Thanks very much. There will be links around the screen for other videos and places and other videos and playlists to watch in the meantime while you wait for the next episode. And links and everything are in the description for where to find me on all the socials and live and stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty at this. I don't know why. I do this every stream and I still can't figure out what to say. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this game. Yeah, cool.